never satisfied, always on the rise. Looking for a reason just to close my eyes. Man, I'm tired, I don't wanna try. But I gotta try, who gon' get it if it isn't I? And I'm always high, I'm supposed to fly. Me, I'm full of life, I don't wanna die. I can't even lie, even when I try. Never pans out, I'm an honest guy. Hey, fully occupied, life might like a prison. Bars on top of bars, but I'm never drinking. Hey, can't let anything affect my way of thinking. Kept my circle small, and it keeps on shrinking. Keep my way too strong, everybody's sinking.
Hi, and welcome to another section of Jeff the Master Barber. On this edition, this particular client, he just want a tied mid fade and the eyebrows, pretty much. He comes every week, and the top, even though I tell him that it's getting kind of long, he just said just a fade on the side. So we're using the Bolden blade on the senior cordless. The reason behind that is because instead of using my trimmers and getting it all messed up, because you know they're small and the engine is not so much powerful, especially to do this type of thing in the side. So I use this machine because it's more powerful. One, two, the blade is twice the size of a trimmer, so speed up the it will speed up the process. So that's the reason behind it. Right now we're using the magic clip with the regular blade, normal one, the one that comes, because I have two magic clips, but one is with the senior blade, and then this one that comes with the regular blade. Then we did the half. Now what I put on right now is the 116, and right away we're gonna take the line that the 160 the half did. So basically I don't do another level. Basically I do what I do is I do one level, but then after that is just basically start taking the line or the shadow that the blade, the last blade or the last clip that I use, and start, you know, fading. And right now I'm using the 116, the level almost open, and then I jump right away to number 2 instead of a 1, because I'm going a little higher, a little up, exactly where the shadow is. And you know, I go right there, tackle it, and that's you know, the speed zero guide. I like this guard is the true size, even though it looks smaller compared to other guards. But what I like about it is it got more teeth, and the metal part on the back, it clipped real good and secure. Right now I'm using the guard number 1 and level open, and I'm going right a little lower than what I was using guard number 2. And yeah, so, and then I use the corners and I start passing it from left to right, right to left. Okay, right there, as you could tell, where you see the spots, that's where I start passing it. And you know, you're gonna have that voice. The eyes is gonna send a signal to, you know, the mind, and then, you know, that voice, which to me is the spirit is gonna tell you, okay, now there's a shadow right there. What you gotta do is you gotta grab this, try it with a clip number 1, and that's what it was. So now, you know, take the guard off and use just the blade, and you know, obviously that's how it talks to me. And then I start doing, you know, and okay, keep passing it, and then go back number 2 right there. Some other barbers will say, yeah, but that's too much, you should stick to one, you know, to levels or whatever. Remember, everybody got their own way to do things. This is my way that it works for me. I'm not saying that that's the only way, but give it a try. So and if it works, I'm very happy for you, and that's what I do the videos for. But yeah, on the other side, now we're gonna work in the other side, which is, you know, the same. Like I said, it's the Bolden, the blaze, the Bolden. Even though it has a level on the side, I don't use the level. I leave it close. And you know, and you see how fast I clean the bottom, I could have done it with the TL liner or GTX or detailer, but look at how much time I'm saving, and look at how clean it does it. And it's the senior cordless, no cord, and the same power, if not more, and the blade a lot wider. So that's why. So now I'm going with the half, and just where I left off in the other side, I'm working now into the back, and I'm using the half right there. Okay, and I'm gonna probably stop it around there, but I'm gonna go then from left to right, right to left, make sure that I'm passing it a couple of times. So right now I'm using the 116 level close. Then notice I'm gonna be open the level little by little, and then passing it from left to right, right, and I'm gonna keep passing, and then I go a little higher with the clipper, but then I close it down, and that means that it's not grabbing. So I go closer, and then I go a little higher, just to get the the next level or the next step. And but yeah, the trick also is in the level. Make sure you open it little by little or close it little by little. Use the corners too. I use the corner just like so I don't have to use the whole blade and sacrifice the to doing the fade. There's gonna be right now I'm not using no guard, and it's level close. Then I open the level a little bit. Then I always brush it. Make sure you brush it. Use a brush or a comb, whatever is your preference. Same thing with the machines. Use whatever is your preference. All I'm saying is, if you're gonna do a fade or a mid type fade, this is the way that I do it, and give it a try. If you haven't, if you don't do it like that, just give it a try and see how you like it. I'm using back the 116, so I'm working now my way almost to the left side, and yeah, you're gonna still see that there's gonna be shadows here and there, and that's where you're gonna tackle it. It's not gonna happen right away, but if you continuous be persistent and keep listen to the voice, and then not only listen it, but finding a solution. So in this case, switching guards, like right now I'm going to back to number one, level close, incorporate all those steps, like switching the guard when you need to switch it. Do it by steps. When you see the line, try to erase it, and be realistic what it's gonna take to erase that line or that shadow. Right now I'm using the electric shaver, the Series 9, the broom. There's other shavers out there that they're good too. It's like I said, everything is all preference or whatever you could afford, whatever's in your budget. But me, God, and everything that it has supplied me has been more than nice to me, and so I've been investing on my craft, and it definitely pays off. It definitely works better. It makes my life easier. Notice how I erased the line that I did with the Bolden. I do it with the shaver. Jeffrey, how you erase? If I have a line that doesn't want to go out, like with the detailer or the GTX, how will you erase it? Well, right here with a shaver, and try not to press it too much, but little by little. And then if it doesn't come out the top a little bit, then you use the detailer like I was doing. Right here I'm using the technique scissors over comb. The reason why I do that is I have better control. I could go and higher the place where I see the shadows and everything, and I just take just little spots here and there, and I have the control, so that way I don't have to use the whole guard and sacrifice of taking racing the fade higher. So right here now I work all the way now to my left, and I was using the 116 level close. Now I open a little bit more. Now as I open it, I go a little higher. I brush the hair too. Make sure to put his ear down. You don't want him to be annoying by passing the machine by his ear. Always brush it. It's important, because if you cut the hair and if it's sweating or it's gonna look like you still have hair there. Most of the time is the hair stick to the scalp, and you trying to do a fade and keep passing it, and it's gonna mess up the whole fade if you don't pay attention, if you don't do those simple steps, which is, you know, as simple as brushing the hair. So as you can tell right here, then I open the level with this half. I've jumped right now to the, you know, the shaver. By using the shaver, especially in the bottom, you know, just be real careful, don't press it too much, so that way you won't do lines. And if there are lines, you could take them with the shaver. You just gotta like lift it up to do the C motion, kind of like, you know, so that way it could erase and take those lines or whatever that you may see. But yeah, this the detailer trimmer, I like them because even though the cordless, even though it came out 5 years ago on 2013, it's still definitely, it does really sharp lines. And the reason why is, one, the blade is really thin and slim and thin, and then the engine is a rotary engine, which even though at times it doesn't feel powerful, it definitely, it kind of grab the hair, especially when you put in the trimmer like this, when you're using it to work like this. Now, in order to do it like this, most of the time I hear a lot of barbers that say that it pulls skin or pull, you know, the scalp, and the reason is it has small teeth and people has big porousness, so then it gets stuck. That's why. So that's why I use the Bolden instead of the trimmer, and I use more the trimmer just to do the lineups, the shape up, whatever you might call it. As you can tell, I'm using the scissors over the comb, and notice, you know, you see the dark spot. I have better control by using the small teeth. It's acting like a 1/16, but at the same time, as I go higher, I lift it up, and it's just like, it let me do the good blending. It gives more details to it, and I don't have to sacrifice of my, you know, the clippers or the machine when I'm using like a number 2. If you have to, if you don't have developed this technique, well, then, you know, you could do it, but it's just be careful, you know, use the corners more, as I'm using it right now. See, like, I'm using the corner just to make sure, just give those little details, and I mean, to do those little detail. And as you can tell, I'm, you know, getting every possible dark spot or whatever, you know, that caught my eye, and I keep detailing it. Some people may already say, oh man, that looks already done, or some other be like, nah, I still could have done more better, or my friend do it better. At the end of the day, you know, you do the best that you think that you're doing, you know what I mean? And the only thing they should be concerned and worry about is your client. If your client likes it and pay you and come back, that's it. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. So yeah, I go back from the center, so I know my reference of where, you know, how to keep it nice and straight. And right there, believe it or not, watch, it's gonna come out nice and straight. It's gonna come out nice and straight, and you know, it's gonna give that perfect box out. See, now it's nice and even. Now it's just a matter of squaring out. Don't push it too back. Just leave it as natural possible. And yeah, so right there, and then that curvy right there, the reason when you do this curve right here, it gives the fade, like, definitely you can see that is a mid down fade. And right now we're using the Black Widow. Definitely, the razor holder by Will Ocasio is definitely one tool that helped me a lot. It's not too heavy, but it's solid. It keeps the blade really nice and steady, and most of the time, that's what you need when you're using a blade. So at this point, basically, we pretty much almost done. You know, we got everything. We just touching up, make sure that everything, you know. Now we're going for the eyebrows. And yeah, this blade you can find on my Will Ocasio on blackwidow.com. You know, use your left hand to always stretch the skin, and then you know, the combs to wipe off any hair that you already cut, to wipe it off. Stretch the skin with the left thumb if you're righty, but if you're lefty, then with the right, obvious. Right here, go real, you know, stretch the eyes so the skin doesn't, you know, get all, you know what I mean, under and pick it up. So yeah, pretty much it's done. Just shaving right here like this, and you know, this is the final result. I hope you like it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. If you haven't subscribed, this is the moment to do it. And God bless. Like I say, thank you. Sincerely, Jeff the Master Barber. Peace.
I gotta try, who gon' get it if it isn't I? And I'm always high, I'm supposed to fly. Me, I'm full of life, I don't wanna die. I can't even lie, even when I try. Never pans out, I'm an honest guy. Hey, fully occupied, life might like a prison. Bars on top of bars, but I'm never drinking. Hey, can't let anything affect my way of thinking. Kept my circle small, and it keeps on shrinking. Keep my way too strong, everybody sinking.